All right, hello. I am going to be dyeing my hair today. I'm very, very excited. Originally it was supposed to have cut off about a week and a half ago. There's kind of like this, you can see it more in the light, this fading right here that kind of goes down. That is the result of like 4 dye jobs ago, because I do this frequently. Which was a lovely navy blue, which faded to a gray in about like the span of 2 weeks. And it was lovely. And I honestly loved having like silver gray hair. It was so pretty. But it apparently doesn't like having other dye put on top of it. And every time I dyed my hair, it was brown, which faded to a blonde, which then went red, which then got bleached, which then got red, because for some reason I thought the bleach would actually work. It didn't. And it has since faded, and because of coronavirus, everything has shut down, and so I wasn't actually able to get my hair cut to cut off all the bad hair. So to make it more easily visible, I'm going to dye it again. This is the color I'm theoretically going to have. That's from a dark brown, so I don't know what it's going to look like on top of red. We will find out! All right, hi, I have greased my face. I put Vaseline on because then it doesn't, I don't have to worry about getting dye. I mean, I have bangs anyway, so I don't really need to worry about my forehead as much as I used to. But I put it over my ears and the back of my neck, and actually over my entire face, because when I'm rinsing it out, water tends to dribble down my cheekbones and like off my nose and my chin, and then I get weird dye streaks, and so that just looks ridiculous, and I don't feel like scrubbing my face raw just to get some dye off. I was listening to fantastic music, but apparently you can't record and play music at the same time. So that being said, I am going to start putting dye in my hair. It should be great. All right, so the instructions say to let it sit for half an hour. I usually end up letting it sit for like 45 minutes to an hour, mostly because I get distracted doing something else. In that case, in today's case, it would be this book, which has a fun story of its own, because it's The Red Pyramid from Riordan. He does a lot of really good mythology series, if you don't know them. Percy Jackson is kind of the first one I read. Also, Greek mythology is where my heart is at, so yay! But he's also done, so these are the Kane Chronicles. They're Egyptian mythology, which I'm interested in. My first go around with the book wasn't terribly enthralling. I couldn't tell you why, and so I'm kind of having a hard time because of that. Just like, whatever. Apathy is a good word. I'm kind of struggling getting into the second one. But anyways, I borrowed them from a girl I worked with. Except then she went to Europe for 3 months. This is in the fall, just to clarify. And I was just like, okay, well, grand, you're coming back at some point, theoretically, except then apparently she's not, and she doesn't work here anymore, and I don't have her contact information, so I've somewhat inherited 3 books. So I need to kind of go on a bit of a venture talking to my boss to maybe possibly try and get, I don't even know her last name, I just know her first name, so I'm like, possibly potentially hooped, unless she contacts me, and I don't know how she would, but anyways, so I have that book to read, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm actually really greatly looking forward to this. Like, you have no idea, I love having red hair. I do. I honestly do. My mother and my grandmother are redheads, so I have the complexion to pull it off, and I come by that very honestly, but I miss colors. Yeah, but colors. I can't touch my head. My head is not actually itchy. Like, the dye isn't making it itch, as bleach and hair dyes sometimes can to some people. But it's just like, I can feel something on the back of my neck. It's kind of driving me crazy. Yeah. So anyways, I'm almost at the half-hour point. Dinner will be done in like 10-ish minutes. So I may just keep the cap on. Also, do you like my shower cap? I'm so proud of this. I bought it. I can't remember what the original purpose was. I I know what the original purpose of a shower cap is. I just mean I can't remember if I bought it to use as a shower cap or if I bought it specifically for hair dye. I'm thinking probably the latter, but it has seen its use as a shower cap. Mostly it was just to keep my hair up and covered and away from my mother's furniture when I was at her house, for which I'm sure she's very thankful. But c'est la vie. It's gone through multiple colors on the inside. The most recent ones have been red, obviously, because I did that twice in a smattering of days. But it's been blue, and it's been yellow and red and green and kind of orange because of the yellow and the red. That was a fun adventure. I'm never dyeing my hair yellow again. Admittedly, it was not I don't want to say a nice yellow. Like, it wasn't blonde. It was Betty Cooper blonde. Like, it was yellow. And it suited for the costume I needed it for, but never again. If I need it that badly, I will buy myself a fucking wig. I definitely prefer either the red or darker colors and cooler colors, with the exception of green, simply because green does not seem to ever want to stay in my hair. I'm not entirely sure why. Blue is best, always, because, you know, like, best color ever. But also it really works with my complexion and red lipstick. I love when I had this one blue hair dye, and it was just like neon, and it was hilarious because the picture on the box was of Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn with like this soft pastel blue. Just like, this shit was neon. Like, it was vibrant, electric almost, and I'm just like, this is not in any way that. And you probably shouldn't advertise it as that, because someone who wants that is not going to get it with this. But whatever, I don't work in marketing, so yeah. Anyways, to those who are in isolation still, or just starting, or whatever else, good luck. I am not in isolation simply because I work at a grocery store and we're still trucking along. Never mind that also, I'm a bit of an introvert. All my social interaction I get from work, and even if I weren't at work, my social interaction would come with the cat and the dog, because I'm super fucking lame. But yeah, I'd be happy and content for 2 weeks at the house. I would take baths and just enjoy lighting candles and smelling them and doing like arts and crafts stuff and doing more reading than I already do. Maybe catching up on sleep from the reading that I lose from the reading. Oh, you know, actually what I would do? I would sew myself a chiton, Greek toga. Unfortunately, you technically need 2 sheets, and I only have one, so I'd have to kind of work around that, but 2 weeks, I could totally do it. I may even finish my skirt if I actually end up going into isolation. Oh my god. Ooh, I could also work on my scale mail. Again, this is all somewhat theoretical because, to my knowledge, unless I get sick, I'm not going into isolation. So, to those of you who are, good luck keeping sane and busy and otherwise occupied. I've heard it's difficult for some people. I'm not trying to be callous or facetious. Part of it is I'm not stuck at the house for 14 days, so I'm not experiencing that. And also, as a bit of an introvert, I'm okay with 2 weeks with no people. But for those of you who are, good luck. Yeah, I hope it works. Next time you see me, I'll have purple hair. I mean, not dyed. You know what I mean. It will be washed and wet and all that. It'll be fun. I'm gonna stop talking because I don't know how to stop. Grand reveal time! Alright, so this is my brand new purple hair. As you can see, the silver still doesn't want to take color, which gives a really cool faded effect, which has a word. It actually looks really cool with the purple, which makes me really sad about getting my hair cut. I'm really digging this purple, dude. It's awesome. It looks a bit brighter on camera. It's a bit darker to my poor vision. Because glasses and all that, and I didn't even bring my glasses in with me. Oh well. So this is the final touch. The 2-hour-ish probably thing of getting it all ready and then sitting for an hour and eating dinner and being distracted by news on the coronavirus and television and what's going on in my home province. Hope this was somewhat entertaining for you guys. I had a great time. Yeah. Have a good day. Also, it's snowing. I've seen people talking about like spring and they're like, yeah, we had that one weird day of like snow, but there's a picture of outside where it's all sunny and green everywhere, and I'm like, it's still dead and white with brown because, you know, winter. And we're supposed to get like 22 centimeters of snow overnight. It's gonna be fun. This is the Canadian spring. It doesn't happen until May. We're still in the throes of winter. It's good times. Anyway, have a good one.